Hi, welcome back to YOGATX. My name is Nicolle. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's flow is all about reconnecting. Sometimes life is so busy and we go from like one to-do list to the next, and the days are passing by, the weeks are passing by, and you're all the way up there. But where you really want to be is in a grounded place to make aligned decisions for yourself, better decisions for yourself. So today's flow is all about finding the stability within and reconnecting with the earth element. We're going to get started today on the top of your mat in a standing position. So step towards the top of the mat and bring your feet about hip width apart. From your pelvis, press down through your legs and feet into the floor, making sure that all four corners of your feet are grounded into the floor. Gently tuck the tailbone and draw the lower belly towards the spine. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Your palms are facing towards the top of the mat. Your gaze is forward. And then close your eyes and just connect with your breath. With your inhale, expand the crown of your head towards the sky. And with your exhale, soften and relax your shoulders. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, soften and relax your shoulders. Anything that is troubling you, which is on your head, just release and let it go. Bring your focus to your feet, to the connection with the floor. Feeling the floor below you, holding you and supporting you. Expanding the crown of your head towards the sky. Just feel how evenly grounded you are between the floor above you, matter, and spirit, the sky above you. Just take one more cycle of breath. Open up your eyes. With your next inhale, bring the arms up over your head, high mountain pose. With your exhale, bring the right hand down to the outside of your right leg and bend over to the right. Lift the gaze up towards the sky. Look up underneath your left arm. Feeling the right foot pressing into the floor. But press the left foot down at the same time. Your weight is evenly distributed. Inhale, rise up to center, high mountain pose. With your exhale, bring the left hand down towards the outer side of your left leg. And bend over to the left. Lift the gaze up towards the sky. Opening up the right side of your body. Press your feet into the floor. Inhale, rise back up to center, high mountain pose. And with your exhale, bring the hands together. Release into standing forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms up, high mountain pose. Exhale, release into standing forward fold. Inhale, rise. One more time. And exhale, fold forward. Bend into the knees. Take a few bends with your right knee and the left knee. Maybe bring the feet a little bit closer together. Find stillness in your standing forward fold. With your next inhale, bring your hands towards the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, come into high plank pose. Tuck the tailbone and draw the lower belly towards the spine. Keep your gaze in between your hands. We take one more cycle of breath. With your exhale, lower your knees and the chest down to the floor. Untuck the toes. Bring the forehead down to the floor. Hug the elbows towards the torso. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. With your next inhale, push the floor away and rise up with the torso into Cobra pose. Press the pubic bone into the floor to protect your lower back and drop the shoulders away from the ears. Take one more inhale. With your exhale, release the torso down to the floor. Push the floor away, come into tabletop. And come into child's pose. Extend the arms out long in front of you. Try to connect the forehead down to the floor. You take one more cycle of breath. With your next inhale, rise up into cat. And with your exhale, lower the hips, open up the chest, lift up your gaze. Gentle upward facing dog. Move the hips up and sink them back onto the heels. It's like a wave movement. We do that 2 more times, and each time try and make the movement a little bit bigger. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower the hips, open up the chest, lift up your gaze. Move the hips up and sink them back onto your heels, connecting the forehead to the floor. Last round. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower the hips, open up the chest, lift up your gaze. Move the hips up and sink them back into child's pose, connecting the forehead to the floor. We take one more cycle of breath. Lift up your gaze, bring your hands a little bit closer, claw your paws, tuck the toes, push through the hands, lengthen the legs, move the hips up into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out with your feet. Feel free to bring some movement into your hips. Find stillness in your down dog. Gently bend the knees, tailbone points up towards the sky. Rotate the upper arms outward. Push through the hands. Feel that nice lengthening in your spine. With each exhale, try to release the heels and the sternum closer towards your mat. With your next inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes, bend into the knees, gaze forward, and start walking towards the top of the mat. Come back to our standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms over your head, high mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. We take 2 cycles of breath. Check in with your alignment. From your pelvis, press down into the floor, through your legs and your feet. All 4 corners of your feet are grounded into the floor. Feel free to lift up the toes, spread them wide and press them back into the floor. And feel the floor holding you and supporting you. With your next inhale, bend into the knees, sweep the hands over the floor, come into chair pose. Hug the outer shins towards each other, draw the lower belly towards the spine, elevate your chest, keep your gaze in between your hands. Take one more inhale, find length in your spine, and with your exhale, release into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, come back into high plank pose. Be strong in your arms, push the floor away with your hands. Options, knees, chest, chin, or take it down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And with your exhale, push the floor away, lift up the hips, release into downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath. Push the floor away with your hands. Make sure you don't have any weight on your wrists. With your next inhale, lift up your left leg, 3-legged dog. Keep your hips squared, keep your shoulders squared. And with your exhale, step the left foot forward in between your hands. Press your feet into the floor. When you're ready, root to rise, sweep the arms up, rise up with the torso, high crescent lunge. Take one more cycle of breath. Press both of your feet into the floor, rise up, and pivot the back foot to a 90-degree ankle. Bend back into your left knee and lower the hips down into your warrior 2. Take a moment to adjust your stand. Align your heels. It's either heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Sink low with your hips. The lower you sink with your hips, the more you will feel the activation in your left thigh. Extend the arms out long. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Gaze is forward. We take one more cycle of breath. Press the feet into the floor. Bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers there. With your next inhale, extend the arms out long. Open up your chest. With your exhale, hinge forward with the torso. Press the feet into the floor. Be strong in your foundation. Keep your left knee stacked on top of your left ankle. And keep your left knee and your left shoulder in alignment. Try to bring the forehead as close as possible down to the floor. Press the feet into the floor. One more cycle of breath in our humble warrior. Root to rise. Up with the torso. And sink low with the hips back into our warrior 2. Pop your right heel. Transition back into high crescent lunge. Press your feet into the floor. Take one more inhale, find length through the sides of your body. And with your exhale, release the hands down. Frame your left foot and step it back into downward facing dog. Releasing the heels and the sternum towards your mat. We take 2 cycles of breath. Keep a gentle bend in your knees. Your tailbone points up towards the sky. Keep your ears in alignment with your upper arms. Let's take this to the other side. With your next inhale, lift up your right leg. Keep your hips squared, keep the shoulders squared. 3-legged dog. With your exhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. Press your feet into the floor. Rise up with the torso when you're ready into your high crescent lunge. We take one more cycle of breath. Find length through the sides of your body. And with your exhale, try to release the hips closer to the floor. Inhale, press your feet into the floor, rise up, pivot the back foot to 90-degree ankle, bend into your right knee and open up into your warrior 2. Take a moment to adjust your stand. Sink low with your hips, feel that activation in your right thigh. Bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. With your inhale, extend the arms out long, press the shoulder blades together, open up your chest. And with your exhale, hinge forward with the torso. Keep your right knee stacked on top of your right ankle. Keep your right shoulder in alignment with your right knee. Be strong in your foundation. Feel that connection to the floor. Press your feet into the floor. With your next inhale, rise back up. Open up the arms. Come back into our warrior 2. Transition, pop your left heel, come into high crescent lunge. Inhale, find length through the sides of your body. And with your exhale, release the hands down, frame your right leg. Step the right foot back into high plank. And with your exhale, option knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And with your exhale, push the floor away. Lift these hips, release into downward facing dog. We take 2 cycles of breath. Push the floor away with your hands. Feel that nice lengthening in your spine, allowing your tailbone to point up towards the sky. With your next inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes, bend into the knees and jump forward to the outside edge of each of your hands. Lower your hips down, rise up with the torso, come into a gentle Malasana, transitioning your body weight right to left. Next time you come over to the left, press the left hand into the floor, use your left elbow to pull that left knee out. And with your inhale, bring the right arm up towards the sky. Open up your chest, and your gaze is up towards the sky. Keeping your hips low, close to the floor. With your exhale, bring the right hand down. And transition your weight over to the right. Use your right elbow to pull the right knee out. Inhale the left arm up. Let your gaze follow. Open up your chest. And exhale. Release the left hand down to the floor. Push the floor away with your hands. Lengthen your legs. Heel toe the feet together. Come into a standing forward fold. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Extend the arms out long over your head. Press your feet into the floor. Try your best to hinge from the hips. If it's more accessible for you, feel free to keep a gentle bend in your knees. Press the palms of your hands together. We take one more cycle of breath. Feel that nice stretch in your shoulders. Bend into the knees, press the heels into the floor, rise up into standing cobra, expand the arms towards the floor, open up your chest. And with your inhale, bring the arms up over your head. And with your exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. You can stay where you are. I'm going to turn so you can see me from the front. With your next inhale, sweep the arms back over your head and bring your right knee into your chest. Flex your right foot. Bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. Start to bend into your left knee. With your exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Be strong in your left leg. Imagine the roots going all the way down into Mother Earth. Keep your focus point. Take one more cycle of breath. You can do this. With your next inhale, press your left foot into the floor. Rise up with the crown of your head. Expand the arms out. And exhale, release the right foot down to the floor and we take it to the left. Inhale, bring the left knee into your chest, flex your left foot. Bring the left ankle on top of your right knee. And with your exhale, bend into your right knee. Slowly bring the hands down to your heart. Figure 4, chair pose. Press your right foot deep into the floor. Imagine your roots going down into the earth, giving you your strength and stability. Keep your focus point. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, press the right foot into the floor. Rise up, bring the arms up over your head. And with your exhale, release the left foot down. Bring the hands down. I'll turn so that I'm standing in your direction. We finish exactly where we started in mountain pose, Tadasana. From your pelvis, press your legs and your feet into the floor. Keep your palms facing towards the top of the mat. Tuck the tailbone, draw the lower belly towards the spine. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Close your eyes and connect with your breath. Feeling that connection to the floor. Feeling the stability, feeling the confidence that comes from that strength that you have within. Take one more cycle of breath. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head, high mountain pose. And with your exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Keep your eyes closed. Keep in mind that with a strong foundation, you can handle anything that life throws your way. Drop your chin down to your chest, bow to your heart and your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Very much appreciate your time and your space. Hopefully you enjoyed our flow and hopefully I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.